What is up, guys? Steven here. I'm going to be bringing you an NU battle today. NU Alpha ends on the 30th, so I'm just kind of playing through the tier to try to learn it a little bit before NU Beta comes out, which I think is probably when they're going to start suspecting stuff, so I want to be educated. So I'm just playing the tier some. And my favorite playstyle right now, just in general, is hyper offense, so I figured I would try to make an NU hyper offense team. So I have lead Crustle with hazards and Defiant Perugly, which is actually pretty cool, especially since there is a lot of sticky web in the tier. So having Defiant is always a really nice ability. And in all honesty, my favorite part about this team is, well, actually two things. One, Spec Swallow. You just click Boom Burst and watch things die. It's really incredible. It actually 2-hit KOs Doublade, which is basically everyone's first switch into it, and it can't get any damage off since you're immune to Shadow Sneak, so it's really cool to have. And my other favorite thing about this team is that I changed the EVs, or not EVs, IVs rather, of my Ditto so that I have HP Grass. Basically every Pokemon in this tier that runs a hidden power other than Magneton runs HP Grass because it's basically the best for coverage in the tier. So I figured it would be good to change that to HP Grass, and I was actually kind of proud of myself for thinking of that and not having a quote-unquote perfect Ditto. So let's get right into the battle. I'm just going to lead with my Crustle, and he taunts me, but I do have the Mental Herb, so I can freely get on my rocks. And I really didn't want to mess around with taunt versus attacking Mind Game, so I Rock Blast, but I missed. That was kind of unfortunate, but it happens. So now I go into my Perugly, and I expected him to switch into Doublade, so I go for Knockoff, as he actually goes into Shuckle. But what this does allow me to do is I can go into my Ditto and transform into his Shuckle, and he expects me to Encore, but what I actually do is just get up Sticky Web. So now even if he is able to get up his own Sticky Web, we are on a level playing field, which is nice. So he Swords Dances with his Doublade, and I basically have to sack my Archeops, but I am able to knock him off, which is nice. And now I get to go into my Ditto, which is faster since I am Choice Scarfed, and he sacks his Shuckle before he gets up his Sticky Web, so I actually got the speed advantage against a Sticky Web team, which is pretty cool. And now he brings in Pyroar, and I realize I have no reliable switch into this, as I can just go into my Miss Magius and sack it since I think it's my least important member. And now, Swallow, look at its power. All I have to do is click Boom Burst, and this Doublade, it does not take it well. It does 65%. He can't come back in on rocks, so he's forced to sack it, which is really nice. And now he goes into Virizion, and this is actually Assault Vest Virizion, I believe, and it still did over 50%, so that just kind of shows you how powerful that Pokemon is. But now I'm able to bring in my Perugly and revenge him, which is really nice, as he now goes into Zangoose, and I really had no reason to do anything other than frustration there, and I actually kill him. And now he goes into Samurott, and at this point I think I have the game, as he frustrations me, or I frustration him rather, and he kills me with Surf. However, he lives, so this just makes the game even easier for me, as I can go into my Scarfed Ditto, revenge him with the Surf, and his Pyroar is most likely Specs based off of his Magius damage, so I can just kill this with Surf since I'm faster. So that was a really good game, and this guy was actually in the top 10 of NU when we had this battle, so it was really cool being able to play against someone who really knows the tier probably better than I do. And I'm gonna try to get more in NU while also staying up with my OU content. So thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, please leave a like or a comment, and see you next time.